Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Ellen. Welcome to Friday Flow. I'm glad that you are here with me and with everyone this morning. So just one quick reminder, next week is CFW Fit Fest. So we have lots of different classes and sessions going on. This class we will still have, and it's still going to be regular Friday Flow, but it is a different link. So just be sure that you're using the schedule that we send out to you for next week only. If you click on the same link for next week, there will be no class. So make sure you use the link for next week for Friday Flow. And if you are new, welcome. Thanks for coming. Let's start standing. So it's a little rainy and chilly here where I am. I don't know where it is, how it is where you guys are, but sometimes our joints tend to be a little more stiff when it's raining because of the air pressure. So we're gonna get a really good stretch this morning. We're gonna focus on the side body, and then we'll get into a little more of a flow and work on some balance poses. So stay nice and tall. Let's first inhale, bring those arms up. Big deep breath here. Maybe you take your gaze up towards your hands, and then exhale, we're just gonna let it go. We're gonna bend the knees, fold forward, and then repeat this a few more times. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale. Just let it go. So I'm gonna turn to the side just to show you. Big inhale, and then exhale. Let it go. Big deep breath. Feel free to add a little bounce down there as you bend your knees and start to make those arms feel a little bit heavier. Just go ahead and shake it all out. So any tension or anxiety that you've been feeling this week, let's just let it all go right here. So start to speed this up just a little bit, starting to get that heart rate up a little bit higher, starting to get the body a little bit warmer. And let's do this 2 more times. 1 more time, big inhale, big exhale. And then last inhale to the top, our hands come together in a prayer. Exhale, we're gonna bring them down to heart center. So just stand here for a moment. Feel your heart beating a little bit faster. Take 1 more breath here. Okay, we're gonna bring those feet even closer together. So we're gonna focus on opening up that side body. Inhale, let's reach those arms up. And as we exhale, we're gonna go ahead and drop that right arm. Start to reach with that left arm. We're gonna hold here for a few breaths. So while you're standing here, go ahead and focus on tucking those hips under and starting to stitch that rib cage together so that we turn on those core muscles. So we're gonna keep our shoulders and chest facing the front, getting a nice side bend stretch. Press into your left foot, find a little more length, 1 more breath. And then inhale, bring that arm up. And then exhale, let's go ahead and drop that left arm. So same thing on the other side. So big reach, shaking a few breaths to really get into the side stretch. Making those adjustments as you need to. So maybe bending your elbow a little bit to adjust for tight shoulders. Take a few more breaths, and with every exhale, trying to find a little more space in that side body. Let's press into that right foot, find 1 more inch, and then inhale, let's bring that arm up. And then exhale, let's do it 2 more times on each side. Drop that right arm, find a little more length. 2 more breaths, tuck those hips under, and then inhale up, and then exhale, let's drop that left arm. Big stretch in that side body. 1 more breath, and then 1 more time on each side. Inhale up, and exhale. Drop that left arm. Big side stretch. Tuck those hips under. Inhale up. Last one here. Exhale, drop that left arm, and reach over. And let's come back to center. Inhale, and then exhale, both arms just come down. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to continue working in the side body. We're gonna bring our feet much wider. We're gonna sort of open up into a goddess pose. You wanna open up from your hips, and then your knees, and then your toes. Arms reach up here, big inhale. As we exhale, we wanna tuck those hips under. We wanna bend our knees, bend our elbows, and lower down into a squat. So let's repeat this a couple times. Inhale, reach, and then exhale. I'm gonna demonstrate from the side as well. So keep moving, inhale and exhale. You want a nice flat back. We don't want our hips to be pushed out, okay? You wanna tuck those hips under. Couple more, inhale, exhale. And just listen to your body. Maybe your hips are really tight this morning. So I'm gonna just rotate my hips in a little bit, but feel free to open them to your comfort level and to your range of motion, right? Inhale and exhale. So let's do 4 more. Big breath here, inhale, exhale. Imagining wearing a tight belt around your waist, inhale and exhale. 2 more, can you get a little bit lower? Feeling that heat build. Last one, inhale. We're gonna hold this last squat, exhale. So hold it right here. Just bring those elbows in, tuck the hips under, knees over those toes. Let's take 1 more breath. Woo, feeling those legs warm up. Inhale up, and then exhale, release those arms down. Okay, so hips are a little bit more open. We're gonna focus on opening up the back with our next exercise. So inhale, those arms are gonna reach up. You're gonna lean back, and as we exhale, we're gonna bring everything into the center. You're gonna bend your knees, pull those arms in, roll forward, and then repeat. Inhale, open, and then exhale, pull it in. So I'll show from the side. Inhale, you are arching your back here, lifting up through the chest, and then exhale, you're rounding the spine, pulling, curling in like a ball almost. So inhale, open, exhale. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, and then 1 more standing. Stretch. 3 more, big inhale. So open up through the front body. Exhale, pull it in. Last 2, inhale, lift. Exhale, in. Last 1. Big deep breath and exhale. Perfect. Okay, let's open up those feet a little wider than last time. So we're gonna take those hands to prayer, okay? Adjust as you need to. It's early, so you might need to move your hips a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and bend that left knee. Take it side to side, and then come over to the other side. So sort of working into those inner and outer thighs. You're sitting your hips back, bending 1 knee at a time. So keep moving, just from the side, I go back. So I'm still keeping my back neutral and pretty flat here, right? We're just shifting our weight from side to side. So we'll do 1 more each side, and we're gonna add something different. All right, so let's stay to the left. Find a good spot here, maybe widen your stance. You should automatically feel that stretch in the inner thigh. I'm feeling it. Okay, so we're gonna lift our chest up. So let's keep that knee on top of the toe. Here comes a little bit different movement. We're gonna side bend to the left. Okay, so a little side crunch action. Extend your arms out. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to prayer, come back to the top. Woo, let's try that again. Keep those hips tucked under. Side bend, pull those abs in, and then exhale, reach those arms. Hold it for 4, pull those abs in, 3, 2, 1. Hands come to prayer. Back up. Let's do it 1 more time on the side. Side bend. Remember, really opening through the side body this morning. Reach those arms up, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come together. Perfect. Let's straighten out that leg. Okay, so same thing on the other side, stitching that rib cage together. Adjust your stance here. So on this side's a little harder for my hips. I'm just gonna make my stance a little bit closer in. You can make it as wide as you'd like. Okay, so chest up first, tuck those hips under, we side bend to the right, extend those arms, right? We hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms come together, back to the top. Let's do it again. So it's also a little mini crunch here, really waking up those core muscles. Extend those arms, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms come together. Ooh, 1 more time. You guys getting warm? I'm getting warm. Crunch, reach those arms, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Palms come together, lift up and extend. Let's heel toe those feet together. Excellent, great job, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna come down onto our mat. We're gonna find a tabletop position. So you want to place those hands right underneath your shoulders and knees under your hips. So as we go through this class, always keep in mind that this workout is for you and take whatever modification you need to. I'll demonstrate some of those modifications. But again, you do what you can, all right? So cat-cow, inhale, we lift the chest, our belly drops, and then exhale, you pull your chin into your chest, and you round the spine. So let's cycle through this a few more times. Inhale and exhale. Taking deep breaths. So we're going to transition into more of a yoga flow. We're going to open up our hips in just a minute here. And then we'll really get that heart rate up. So one more cat-cow. Inhale, you're really dropping that belly to the mat. And then exhale, big rounding of the spine right there. All right, let's bring those knees nice and wide, toes come together and sit back into this nice child's pose. So hold your child's pose. I'm just gonna come up to the screen, make sure everyone's doing okay. You're gonna hold on to your child's pose for a few breaths. So this is a pose that you can come to whenever you'd like to take a breath, take a breather, or take a break, right? Looking good, guys. So really imagine that you're pressing those hips way back into your heels. Good. Take a few more deep breaths. Go ahead and walk those hands over to the right diagonal. So again, working into that side body. Still keeping your hips nice and low. And then inhale, walk your hands back to the center. And then exhale over to the other side. Maybe bringing your nose to your knee. And then inhale back to the center. And then exhale up. All right, so we're gonna find a downward facing dog and do a couple crescent lunges to open up those hips. So let's find the down dog first. You're gonna spread those fingers wide, tuck the toes, tuck your hips under, engage those core muscles. Inhale and exhale, lift up. Go ahead and pedal those heels up. So while you're in this down dog, you want to relax your head completely, right? So hold on to that. I also want you to think of pulling your shoulders down and away from your ears. While you are, yes, upside down. But still think about pulling those shoulders away from your ears, and you're going to feel those back muscles, your lats engage right away. Imagine my hands are on your back, and I'm just pulling down a little bit. So shoulders down away from the ears, pedal those feet out. Let's do one more breath. Excuse me, in that down dog. Okay, we're gonna bring our toes together. So as we inhale, we're gonna go ahead and lift that left leg off the floor. We're gonna bend the knee. We're gonna place that foot in between our hands. You can use your hands to sort of help here if you need to, like me. Lower your back knee onto the floor and flatten your foot. Let's go and lift the chest, low lunge, inhale up, and exhale, hold. So holding the slow lunge, we're tucking those hips under, but we're still pressing through that hip at the same time. Just a big stretch here. Maybe you take your gaze up, challenge your balance a little bit. And then inhale, go ahead and take those hands down on the inside of your leg, and then exhale, hold. So we're just gonna sort of move forward and back, side to side. Just want you to work into that hip joint a little bit before we really get going. So here you also have an option of maybe using blocks or a towel if you can't quite reach the floor. So always that option, or a pillow. So just working into that hip. I think most of us probably have tight hips or tight lower back if we sit for most of the day. All right, inhale, let's reach those arms back up. And then exhale, take your hands down. This time on either side of that foot, we're gonna retuck that back toe, lifting our knee off the floor, and we're gonna step back to downward dog. So let's do the same thing on the other side, okay? So inhale, we lift that right leg. Exhale, we bend the knee, we place our foot, maybe with a little help with those hands at the top of the mat. Lower your back knee, untuck that toe. Finding your balance, stitch that rib cage together. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hold. So keeping in mind those modifications, maybe those elbows come down into more of a cactus pose. If it feels better on your shoulders. So a few more breaths, tucking those hips under, still pressing forward slightly to get into that left hip. And then inhale up, exhale, those hands come inside of that foot. So inside the leg. And we're just moving side to side, front and back, maybe making little circles. We're getting into those hips. So just taking a couple more breaths here. Maybe even using the wall. If you can't quite get to the floor, you can keep your hands on your thigh as well. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, hands come down. And this time on either side. Go ahead and step back into your down dog. And hold. Okay, so we're going to go through it one more time, but we're going to add a twist. So hold this here. So find that down dog first. Hold it right here. All right, let's go ahead and lift that left leg off the floor. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it back to the top. Just going to show you sort of an angle here. Okay, so left leg forward, right leg behind, inhale up, exhale, hold. We're going to have a little bit of a twist in the torso. Okay, so let's come down to cactus arms first. So hold this here. So whatever leg is in front, that's the direction we're going to rotate. So let's bring those arms back up. And now let's rotate over that left shoulder. So again, whatever leg is in front, whether it's left or right, I'm going with the left shoulder. Okay? We're taking those arms straight out this time. So if you need to bend your elbow of that back arm, you can do so. We're going to go ahead and drop our back arm, reach for our leg, and then our front arm is going to flip up and we're going to reach up and over. So sort of think of this as peaceful warrior, just kneeling and in a twisted position. So take your gaze up at your hand. This is a little challenging, so I just want to do it kneeling first. So hold this here to show you from the other side. Dropping that hand behind us, reaching up. Let's take one more breath here. And then inhale, bring those arms back up. And then exhale, take those hands back down. Good job. Tuck the toe, lift up, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. So I'm going to show you from the side this time so you can see how I open up. So it's the other leg lifting up. It's my right leg for me. And then exhale, press. Lower down into that kneeling position. Go ahead and lift up, inhale. Exhale, let's find that cactus. So I first just want you to find a nice strong position here. So for whichever leg is in front, that's the way we're going to twist. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms come down. So I'm twisting over that right leg. Arms straight out. Let's go ahead and lower that back arm. Okay, so it's reaching for that foot behind us or the leg behind us. Front arm reaches up, inhale, and exhale. We take our gaze up. So really, really tricky here, maybe holding on to the wall or keeping one hand on your thigh. Pull those abs in. Let's just try it for a few more breaths. One more breath. Ooh, this side's a little harder for me. And then inhale, let's bring those arms back up. And then exhale, take those hands down. Ooh, our core is nice and warm now, guys. Great job. That was a little bit of a challenge at the beginning of class. You guys did great. Hold this here. Nice down dog. Take one more breath. Inhale, we're going to bend our knees. And exhale, bring our feet to the top. Come into a nice forward fold. So we're going to go through more of a regular flow that you guys are used to. Inhale, reach up. Big deep breath, palms come together, and exhale. Here we go. Inhale, lift, and exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale. So we're going to sort of combine what we did last week and work off of that. So let's bring our toes together, knees together. Inhale, we drop our hips. Inhale, reach those arms up. And we're in that chair pose. So I'm gonna do cactus arms for my shoulders and my neck this morning. But feel free to extend your arms here if you can in that chair pose, right? So let's hold it here for about 2 more breaths. Tuck those hips under. Imagine that imaginary chair under those hips. 1 more breath. Perfect. And then inhale, reach up. And then exhale, take it down. Let's go ahead and step back with that right foot. Warrior 1. Reach your arms up. Inhale and exhale, hold. So warrior 1, tucking those hips under. If you can, interlace those fingers. Show me your pointer and thumb finger. Arms nice and strong. So we open up right to warrior 2 from here. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, rotate, open from your hips. Turn out that back foot, lower down. Warrior 2. Inhale, arms come up. We straighten that leg and then exhale, lower. Good, 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Just get a little more movement. Last one, inhale, exhale. Hold your warrior 2. Remember, shoulders away from those ears. Tuck those hips under. Watch that front knee. 1 more breath here. And then inhale. We're going to go ahead and flip that front palm. Exhale, piece of warrior. So similar to what we did on the floor. This one's a little easier. So big side stretch, just like we did in the beginning. Big side stretch, 1 more breath. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down and take your heel off the floor. Hands come down, we step back, downward facing dog. Excellent. So a little flow on the floor. Inhale, bring your toes together. We find a nice strong plank. Shoulders stack on top of your wrists. You're pulling those abs in. Finding a neutral spine, right? So we don't want those hips to drop, and we don't want them too high up. So modification is knees to the floor. You're still tucking those hips under and having a strong back. 1 more breath in your plank. And then exhale. Knees lower, chest lowers. Elbows go straight back. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift for baby cobra. Exhale. Tuck your toes, lift up and back. Down dog. Excellent. Hold that right there. So 2 more breaths. You should feel that heat already building the body. And we'll do the other side. And I'm just going to switch sides so you can see me open up towards you. You guys stay right where you're at. 1 more breath in that nice down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk, or maybe hop or jump to find the front of your mat. Right? Forward fold. Take a breather here. Inhale brings us up to standing. Palms come together. Taking that gaze up. Maybe we arch and lean back a little bit. Exhale. Hands come down to prayer. Okay? Other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down. So leading with your chest right there. Falling forward. Inhale, nice flat back. We're pulling our shoulder blades together and we're pushing our hips back. So exhale, we lower. Let's find that chair. Big toes, knees together. Inhale, drop the hips. Arms come up on the exhale. Holding your chair. So I'm just going to come up to the screen and check you guys out because we're going to hold it for a couple breaths. So you could do prayer, cactus, or full extension with those arms. Ooh, nice. You guys look great. Perfect. Keep going. I want you to think of tucking your hips under here so you're really engaging your core muscles. Can we hold for 1 more breath? And then inhale, nice and tall. Give those legs a little breather. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, we step back with our left foot. Glue your heel into the floor. Warrior 1, lift those arms up. Perfect. Hold it right here. So front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Can we interlace our fingers? Show me your pointer and thumb. And hold here. Let's try to take our breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. 1 more breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, open up from your hip first. then knee, then toe. And then fall down. Fall those arms down into warrior one. Check that knee in front. Inhale, arms come up. Straighten that leg, exhale. So just the first time we're gonna do this. 2 more, inhale. Just to really get into this pose, exhale. Nice, you guys did great, 1 more. And then we hold. So find your lowest point. Can you drop those shoulders down a little lower? 1 more breath. Inhale, let's go ahead and flip that front palm. Exhale, let's take it back. Reverse that warrior, peaceful warrior, taking your gaze up towards the sky, lifting up with your heart, and finding a little more length on each exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale, cartwheel those hands down. We pick that back heel off the floor so that we gently rotate it. Being mindful of our knees and ankles. We're in this nice little lunge, and then we step it back to down dog. So again, if you are not new, you can feel free to go through this a little bit faster. I'm gonna show you a more challenging version here. So follow if you'd like. Inhale forward to that plank. Let's keep our feet together. So without dropping our knees, exhale, lower chaturanga. Hover for a breath. Inhale, forward and up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Down and back, hold your down dog. So a lot harder there for the back. Do what you can, right? And maybe you just try that once. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. Down dog. Or maybe you repeat and add an extra push-up, right? Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Let's find a forward fold. Shake it out. Inhale, brings those arms up. Palms come together. Exhale, let's lower down. Okay, so let's check in. Is everyone doing okay? Thumbs up? We're cool? Okay, if not, let me know. We're gonna go through this again, add in a few layers, maybe go a little bit faster. So slow it down if you need to, or maybe go a little bit faster. So inhale, let's reach those arms up, big deep breath. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's find that nice flat back. And exhale, lower. Toes, knees together. Inhale, hips drop. Exhale, arms up, chair pose. Hold this chair pose. Looking good, guys. So maybe this time you get a little bit lower into your chair pose. This one we are going to continue to hold. We're also going to get into warrior one a little bit differently. So hold this chair pose. Let's go ahead and bring those palms together. So everyone brings your palms together to heart center. Hold it right here. Now, we're going to gently lift our right leg off the floor, just an inch. So a little balance. Try to hold that balance, maybe holding onto that wall. Keep that leg lifted, 1 more breath. And then we're going to step right back to warrior one. Use that foot, step right back. Good job, guys. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlace and hold. So nothing too crazy, but just a little extra balance challenge there. Shoulders down, 1 more breath. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Let's get low. Tuck those hips under. Hold it right here. So we're gonna add on a piece. Sort of like the side bend we did in the very beginning of class. So as we inhale, I want you to take your front hand to your hip. Okay, we're gonna do that side bend as we exhale. And then you're gonna take that back arm and just reach it up. So now we're in an extended side angle. Your front arm, I want you just to gently rest it on your thigh. What I don't want us to do is to put all of our weight into that thigh. So maybe just keep your arm off the thigh. So we're making a nice straight diagonal line, right? From our fingertips all the way down to our toes in that side bend. So let's hold for 1 more breath. And then inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, flip your palm, take it back. Peaceful warrior. Good job. 1 more breath. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Perfect. So let's hold this here in this lunge. Feel free to lower that back knee if you need to. We're gonna hold the lunge for 2 more breaths. Let's focus on keeping those hips low. 1 more breath, and then go ahead and step back. Down dog. Now again, you can find a child's pose or flow through the sequence on the floor. Feet together, inhale forward to that plank. Exhale, lower knees adjust. Elbows back. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Down dog, hold it. Remember last week I was telling you to imagine that you've got cash under your armpits. So I want you to think of that next time we go through it. So you really keep your arms close in and your elbows back. We don't want our elbows going out when we lower. So we'll practice that next round. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or jump. Forward fold, catch your breath. Inhale, reach those arms up. Big deep breath, palms come together. Exhale. Okay, same thing on the other side, adding that balance and extended side angle. Inhale up, exhale, let it go. Halfway lift, nice flat back, and exhale. Toes together, knees together, inhale, those hips drop, exhale, arms up, chair pose. Hold this here. Looking good, guys. Perfect. Nice, you guys look good. Can we get an inch lower? We're doing a lot of chair pose because it's squat over. So we're working on those squats. Everyone bring your hands together to heart center. Get a little lower. Here's the balance. Tuck your hips under. Let's go ahead and lift that other foot off the floor. So for me, it's my left foot. Can you balance for 2 breaths and still keep that chest up? And then go ahead and step it back. Warrior 1, excellent, arms up. Inhale, exhale, interlace those fingers. Great job, guys. Tuck those hips under. 1 more breath in Warrior 1. And inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2. So maybe get a little bit lower, right? Imagine tension on both arms. So in both directions, you've got tension going. Okay, so what we do here is add that side bend again, okay? So let's go ahead and just bend that front arm. Take our hand to our hip. Let's do our side crunch. Top arm reaches up. Inhale, exhale, hold. So now we're in the extended side angle. Now that front arm, you can let it relax on your thigh, but you still want to focus on keeping those hips low and not being right here. So if you guys see my screen right now, I have all my weight on this thigh. So let's try to push into those back toes. Can you put the same amount of weight in your back foot as your front? Let's try it. We're still opening up through the chest, the shoulders, 1 more breath, and then inhale, push back. Excellent. Exhale, let's take it back. Peaceful warrior. Big side stretch, 1 more breath. And then inhale, come down. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Back heel comes off the floor. Let's hang out in this low lunge if you can for 2 breaths. I'm just gonna lower to my knee. 1 more breath. The key is the hips are low here. And let's go ahead and find a downward facing dog. Or a child's pose. Inhale forward to your plank. All right, you have $1 million under those armpits, so don't let it go. Exhale, lower. Hold on to that cash. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes. And down dog. Hold that there. Did that make a difference? Hopefully you're holding those elbows back a little bit more. Okay, so 1 more round, guys. Down dog, 1 more breath. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Let it all go here. Inhale, brings those arms up. Palms come together. Maybe we lean back. Exhale, lower down to heart center. You guys are doing great. 1 more round, adding on a few more layers. Inhale, takes us up. Exhale, we lower it down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Toes together, knees together, drop your hips. Inhale, arms up, exhale, chair pose. So we're a little bit faster. Bring your palms together. Hold this here, a little bit lower in that chair pose. Let's go ahead and lift that right foot off the floor. Hold it for a few more breaths. Find a little balance. Extend your arms up for a little extra challenge, like you're in full chair. Go ahead and step back, warrior one. Arms up, inhale, interlace, exhale. Woo, good job. Back leg is straight. One more breath. Inhale, up, exhale, warrior two. Tension in both directions on those arms. Inhale, side bend. Bend the elbow of that front arm. Exhale, reaches that back arm up. Extended side angle. If you want a little extra challenge, slide that bottom arm down towards the inside of your foot. Maybe wrap that top arm around for a bind. Reach for your opposite hip. Maybe you reach under and interlock those hands. And maybe you're just right here. 2 more breaths, okay? Press into that back foot. And then inhale, come up. Woo, exhale, flip that palm, peaceful warrior. Let's straighten our front leg. Find a little more length here. Little extra challenge here, 1 more breath. And then inhale, let's cartwheel those hands down. Perfect, we're in this nice high lunge, hold this here. Here's our other layer, we're gonna come into a high crescent lunge. Keep your hips where they are, lift your chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. High crescent lunge. Now if you need to, lower that knee to the floor, okay? Hold this lunge. So remember what we did on the floor earlier. We're gonna try it standing, okay? So hold this lunge. As you inhale, rotate towards your front foot. So rotate over that shoulder and lower those arms out to the side. Take that back arm, lower down, and reach that top arm up and over for a stretch. 1 more breath, this is tricky. Inhale, come back to the center. Palms come together, exhale, and then go ahead and place your hands down. Ooh, good job. Step it on back, working those legs, down dog, or maybe a child's pose. Inhale, forward to your plank. Exhale, lower, knees adjust. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes. Down and back, awesome. So we just have to do it on the other side. So take 1 more breath in your down dog. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk or jump. Top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, brings those arms up. Palms come together. Exhale. So same thing on the other side. We got this. Inhale, up. Exhale, float it down. Halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, we lower. Toes together, knees together. Inhale, hips drop. Exhale, arms up. Chair pose. Bring your palms together. Hands to heart center, get a little bit lower. Tuck those hips under, flatten your back. Go ahead and lift the opposite foot. So now left foot off the floor and hold. That little extra challenge, extend those arms up. Woo, 1 more breath. And then step it on back. Warrior one. Inhale, exhale, interlace those fingers. Back leg is nice and straight. 1 more breath. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, lower. Warrior two. Perfect. Tuck those hips under. Back leg straight. Arms strong. So extended side angle. Okay. That front arm bends a little bit. Little side crunch. Front arm, back arm comes up. And hold. Remember, you want to drop your hips here. Little extra challenge. Slide that arm down. Maybe reach around for a bind. And maybe you're just reaching for the opposite hip. 1 more breath. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg. Push into the ground. Find a little more length as you reach up and over. And then inhale, let's take those hands down. Exhale. So nice high lunge. Remember, we're going to come up into that high crescent lunge in just a moment. So in this lunge, keep those hips low. Lower your knee if you need to. Lift your chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. So hold it right here. So we're gonna twist over the other side. I'm gonna show you from this side. So your right foot is in front, you're gonna twist over that right shoulder. So inhale, drop those arms, do that twist. Drop your back arm, take your front arm, lift it up and over. Big stretch. Take your gaze up at your hand. Pull those abs in. This one's really tricky. One more breath. And then inhale, those arms come up. And then exhale, palms come together. Inhale, take those hands down. Woo, exhale, step it back. Great job, guys. Down dog. Go through this flow one more time. Or maybe find a child's pose. Big deep breaths. In and out. So down dog or child's pose. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or jump. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, bring those arms up. Palms come together. And exhale. Excellent. Great job, guys. So we're just going to end with a balance pose. We're going to practice tree. We haven't done that in a while. And then we're just going to take it to the floor and stretch it out. So now that we're nice and warm, we're going to do our balance. So let's start by balancing on our right foot. All right? So the tree, you can start with hands in prayer. We want to open up from that left hip. So go ahead and lift your foot, left foot off the floor, and just place your foot on your ankle if you're not sure. Also feel free to do this by a wall, okay? So standing leg always slightly bent. So start right here. Imagine a piece of string at the top of your head pulling you straight up. If you want a little bit harder, bring your foot up a little bit higher. Anywhere but right at your knee. And then maybe you want it even higher. You can place it on your thigh right above that knee. You still want to keep that hip open. So pull those abs in, right, stitch your ribcage together. And then, if you're ready, maybe you extend your britches. Focus on one thing in front of you to help with balance. Now, because it's a dreary day, it's a little windy and rainy, we're gonna wave those branches, right, without falling over. Let's try it. So wave them in the air, challenge your balance a little bit. Can we hold it for 2 more breaths? 1 more. Bring those hands back down and release. Woo, nice job, shake it out. Okay, other side, and we'll be just about done. So now open up from that right hip, hands to prayer, shoulders down, chest up, lift that foot off the floor. Start right at your ankle. If you haven't done this in a while or you've never done it before, you're not sure. Standing leg is always slightly bent. When you're ready, maybe bring it up a little higher, maybe all the way to that thigh. Just make sure it's not pressing on that knee joint, wherever you're at. Nice and tall, tuck those hips under. Focus on lifting up and away from the mat rather than sinking into it. When you're ready, extend those arms, your branches. Can you get a little bit taller? Then maybe start to wave those branches. Couple more breaths. And if you fall out of it, just get right back into it. 1 more breath. And then go ahead and bring those hands together. Ooh, this is a little harder for me. And then go ahead and release. Shake it out. Woo, great job, guys. We're just gonna finish with stretching. We go until 9:20, so we have about 5 more minutes. So let's come down onto the mat. We're gonna find a nice child's pose first. Knees wide, sitting way back into your heels, feet together. Go ahead and extend those arms out. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take a few breaths right here. You guys did a great job today. It was a little more challenging than usual, but I know you guys can do it. And then our next breath, let's just walk those hands back up to our knees. Okay, we're gonna rotate and sort of shift ourselves to a seated position. just so that we can come down onto our back. So we're gonna slowly come down onto our back, and I actually want you to do this sort of Pilates style. We're going to work the core one last time. So knees are bent, tuck those hips under, pull your abs in, maybe hands behind your knees. You're gonna slowly lower down. I want you to come to your lowest point until you start to feel your body shake. And we're gonna hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe a little extra challenge, legs off the floor. 4, pull those abs in. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, now come all the way down. Great job. All the way down. Let's hug those knees in and gently rock side to side. Make circles in one direction, massaging that low back. And then reverse those circles. All right, feet on the floor, we'll just do a couple bridges. So a little inversion here. Feel free to take an inversion of your own if you practice yoga regularly. So feet are about hip distance, right underneath those knees. We're gonna take an inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna lift those hips off the floor. And then inhale, we lower back down. Exhale, lift up one vertebrae at a time. Let's do 2 more bridges. Inhale, lower. We'll hold on to our last one. Exhale, lift. We have 1 more to go. Inhale, lower. Nice and easy. Exhale, lift. Holding for a couple breaths here. Feel free to interlace your fingers underneath your hips and bring those arms under a little bit. You'll feel your chest open here. Keep those hips lifted. And then slowly unravel the arms, and then very slowly let your hips fall down to the floor. We're gonna windshield wiper those legs by dropping them from side to side. And then you can choose one final stretch. So your choice, your favorite stretch, your favorite move, your favorite inversion, whatever you want to do. And then you're going to find a nice Shavasana, any relaxation pose for the final minute of class. So I'm going to choose Happy Baby just because I love that stretch. It feels so good on my back. So if you're not sure, you can follow me. Maybe you want to stretch out your hips a little bit more or do a spinal twist, whatever you would like. And then when you're ready, finding that relaxation pose. Just close your eyes, focus on your breathing. We're going to slowly move our head from side to side. Start to wiggle our fingers and toes again. Go and open your eyes, extending through your legs and arms, making yourself a little bit longer here on your next inhale, squeezing every muscle in the body, and then exhale, let it go. And then gently bending those knees, rolling over to your favorite side, and then coming up to a comfortable seated position and meeting me in the center of your space this morning. And we will take one last inhale together as a group, as a class, reaching those arms up. Big deep breath. Palms come together. Exhale, we'll take them down to heart center. And we will say namaste to one another. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. And thank you so much for coming to class. You guys are the best. Again, next week it's a different link. There's still Friday Flow, but check out the CFW Fit Best schedule and make sure to use that Zoom link. Type in the chat box. Let me know what site you're from if you didn't already. Look at that sweat. Woo! Who else was sweating?
Thanks, Ellen.